What began as a 16-team field has been whittled down to all but 6 at the 2025 Canadian Mixed Doubles Curling Trials, live from Queen's Place Emera Centre at Liverpool, Nova Scotia. Hello everybody, thank you so much for spending your afternoon with us here on Curling Canada's YouTube page. On behalf of the broadcast booth, it's Andrew Denny, joined by a very special guest in my opinion, two-time Brier participant Scott McDonald. Scott, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Danny. How are you doing?
Fantastic. Feels like it's been years since I caught up with you, but looking forward to a very exciting playoff match here on Sheet C. Our feature match, of course, being Team Tran Kleider versus Team Weagle Epping. Scott, any thoughts on this match before we get into it?
I'm really excited to watch this game between two teams that have honestly had really great weeks. Ryland and Brittany won their pool, beating some really heavy hitters, so you know they've got to be feeling good going into this game. John and Lisa, what can I say? They want this bad as well. They finished second in their pool with a 5-2 record. We're going to see some great shots this afternoon.
Naturally, and this being the Page 1-2 qualifier match, it is a playoff match, but not an elimination match as of yet. The loser of this match will end up facing Team Jones-Lang later on. Well, that'd be tomorrow, I suppose, and not later on this evening. But regardless, we're almost ready to get underway here. And, well, Scott, you know, you've had a very successful men's career, but you also had a lot of success in mixed doubles as well.
40? 35, 40?
Yeah, you know what? Mixed doubles is a really exciting format. It certainly takes some getting used to, but as you can see with the two-position rocks in play, you have to hit the ground running to start a game. There's no taking any shots off. There's no easy shots. It's so important for Lisa to make a really precise draw to start this game to make sure that they keep some control in the first end, because you know that Brittany's going to make a good one after her. So really looking forward to the start of this game.
And as you can see, Team Tran Kleider will have the hammer to get us started here in the first end. So that'll be Team Weagle Epping in the hack. It looks like we're just waiting for, well, it could be getting the time clocks operational. Could be anything really. Unfortunately, I'm not in the building, and I don't think you are either, Scott. So.
Nope, I'm also working remotely tonight, Denny. But yeah, just to speak about this game, it's certainly, as you mentioned, not an elimination game, but there's a huge advantage to winning this game. So the winner of this game knows that they will be 2 wins away from being Canada's Olympic representative. The loser falls back into a draw where they will have to beat 4 of the remaining 5 teams to win the trials. So to say this is a huge game is not an understatement. Well, it's not an elimination game. It is a big one for both of these teams tonight.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Underway here in the first, that's Lisa Weagle, her first offering, our opening salvo in this, the Page 1-2 qualifier. Very nice and frozen.
Just bump her back a little bit.
Yeah.
Good, Brett.
Brittany Tran now. Her first.
T-line.
Okay,
Top
line
4.
a little bit. Yeah, line a little.
Top 4.
Line's good.
T-line.
Line's good.
Back 4.
Line's good. Line's great. Lock it on.
Ryland Kleider on the sweep, carving that thing in. They'll bump the pile, and shot stone looks like it's red in the interim.
Those are 2 great shots to start this game. Obviously, there's a lot of pressure on both teams tonight, and those draws made by Lisa and Brittany just show that both teams are ready to play.
Yeah, both these teams had a lot of success in the round robin phase, like you pointed out earlier, Scott, and expect nothing less. At this point in the week, it's Thursday, and everybody kind of knows the conditions, and if you're making shots, on Epping, right? Team Weagle Epping.
Line's good. Just play the speed. Yeah, line's really close. Yep.
Some late work there from Mr. Epping as that rock stops. Full 4 foot.
Top 8, top 4.
Okay.
I just get the feeling from even watching these first 3 shots that you know both teams are going to make a lot of these routine shots, put
Line's
rocks in really
good.
good positions, and this game's going to
Top
come
four
down
right
to just
now.
1 or 2 shots. It might be a
Stay
half
close.
miss, it might be
Top four.
one of
Whoa,
those
room.
highlight reel shots,
Team.
but
Room.
there's not going to be a lot that
curl
separates
for T.
these teams at the end of the day.
Curl, 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 hard, 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 hard.
Clyder's offering bumps the Yellowstone off frozen, and the shooter will spill open.
In turn and get low in there.
Okay.
Basically, same spot I just was.
Yep.
So John's looking to freeze the pocket between the red that's shot rock and the yellow biting the 4. If he gets this into a good spot, it's going to put a lot of pressure on Team Tran Clyder because it'll take at least 2 shots to get that yellow to the rings. And if they roll to their shooter or the rock and play to a bad spot, it can really let John and Lisa apply some pressure late in this end.
Line's
Epping
good.
second now,
It's got room right now. Room
and a
to
path he
heavy.
threw previously.
Got a curl, John. Yep, finish it.
Waiting for that rock to curl up. It just gets to the nose of their own Yellowstone and bumps it.
What kind of weight do you like? If we can ever get a little low is really good, but
John's going to be a little bit disappointed
Hack.
with that result. He was
Solid
really
hack.
looking to cross the face there. And
Well,
if Rylan can get
yeah.
to the nose of this yellow, I think he
Do
can
you like here
remove
for first one down?
both of the back yellows and keep all of, or 3 of the reds anyways, in front of the T
Yeah,
line.
that looks good.
Would really put some pressure on John's last year.
And like you said, Scott, I mean, the difference was really only an inch or 2, right? And that's kind of what it breaks down to. And when you have 2 high-powered teams dueling it out here in a playoff situation. That's Rylan Clyder.
Line's good.
solid.
His second
Bit
here
of
in the
room
first.
right now.
Solid hack.
Clean. Whoa, curl, 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 curl. Hard. Hard for nose. Hard. 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 Right to it.
Clyder knifing this rock over. Stays just barely on the high side, but will move 2 yellows out of the back.
Can you double those?
Yeah.
Gems?
Yeah, I just don't want it to touch that red. I guess it's okay. Yeah. Run.
John's talking about making the double on the 2 reds on the left as we're looking at it, but even if he overcurls a little bit and rolls his shooter to the center line, that really lets him and Lisa control the top 4 foot. So I would really emphasize controlling the shooter here and keeping your rocks in a good position for Lisa's last.
Epping now. His third here in the first end.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Whoa.
Touch them both. Redstone will jam at the back, but the shooter stays top 8 foot.
Smash it and get it to go. If you smash it,
Yeah. My other
anything
thought
else?
is
Pretty good shot by John there, but I think there may be an opportunity for Rylan and Brittany to sit 2 here. If he hits that red yellow into the back ones,
Okay, let's make
the
that.
yellow might
wait, are
hit
you
the center line half of the yellow, touch the back red that's on the center line, and maybe
probably a
spin out of the
hair.
8 foot. So it'll be
that or
interesting to
no?
see what
You
kind of
like this
action
one?
he gets on that yellow that's shot right
Give me
now.
2 seconds here. Nose is like nose looks tough to get to even with like
Okay.
normal.
play this one then.
Yeah. I think it should spin off.
Do you want to play peel with it then?
Yeah, yeah. We might be able to shift our red underneath too a bit, so
You're thinking like half or off?
yeah.
I'm seeing it just run straight. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I can't see us doing much. But with the way that my hack ran, like
Yeah.
I might get like an inch of curl max, so
You got
with
it.
that even.
Final pre-flight details being ironed out there by Tran and Clyder as Rylan delivers his third.
Hard! Whoa! Whoa!
Get the yellow moving. It touches both reds and actually continues to
Nice
spill into the 8-foot. Well executed.
You're going to want to push this, kind of slide into there.
Okay.
I think that's
So
your
red's
shot.
only sitting 1 right now, but this is really scary for John and Lisa. They have to be really
right here.
careful with where they put this last rock to make sure that Brittany doesn't have a shot
That's your line.
to get it out for a crooked number here. So really, really important that they communicate about the path here and try to get this rock right onto the dime that they're talking
you thinking
about,
for speed?
because
I think
if
that's
they
your line
leave
partner
Brittany
that I just gave you.
a makeable shot
Yeah,
for a
just
multiple
that
score, you
couple
know she's going to be
inches.
really close
Yeah.
to making it.
What do you think for speed?
I think for the weight we want, like a 35, 30.
I'm trying to throw like back 4 weight.
Yeah,
or-
you're trying to slide off ours.
Yeah.
You're trying to hit
Okay.
a little
So
bit
how
of
much
ours.
do you want to see?
Like back 8, but back
Okay.
4. Go back 4. I'll sweep it.
30?
The other shot that
30
they
is
could
really
play
good
here
with
is
that one,
tapping
like
the yellow on the right as we're looking at just forward
You gave me just
a
a
foot
couple
onto the
inches there.
button.
Yep, couple inches
Even
there,
if John and Lisa were to tap, sorry, even if Brittany and Rylan were to tap the red on their last shot, the side yellow would have been out counting it. So 2 different options here. I like this call though.
It's a good ad.
Hair light.
Yeah, certainly the path they know best here in the first end already, despite the
curled
pregame
yet.
practice.
How light?
Final stone here
Yep,
for Team
go
Weagle
then.
Epping in the first.
Talk to me.
It's close. Line's close. Little curl if you can. Straight, straight, straight.
Looking for back 4, getting plenty of curl and finish. That rock stop at the back of the 4-foot.
Probably spinning.
Yeah.
So it'd only be for 2.
Yeah. So this is it.
No.
You're just gonna touch that.
Yeah.
Then.
And then that'll touch that. Just the
Just
tap.
the tap then. Yeah. I like that. Okay, and 3/4 looks really close to me.
Unless if you're seeing, can I come off this first?
You can, but you got to kind of hope that it spins. It could spin actually right up to there.
Is it worth it to try it? Giving up
Chances
one
of
is
you
fine.
scoring 1 is okay still, I think. Want to give it a go? Hit the dead pocket and try to spin it up to that yellow.
Yeah. Shouldn't come up a hair.
Yeah. Yeah, mine didn't do much. It came up just a little bit.
Great
I like this
discussion
call.
there.
They're
about-
talking about how much.
Yeah.
That's 6.
I was going to say, they were talking about if they hit the center yellow first, it's really going to spin outwards towards the side of the sheet. But if they hit the outside one first, they're going to get the spin the opposite way. So they were wondering
even
if
if they
that
hit
yellow
the
rock
rock one
on the
first, they're gonna
4-foot's
roll
going to
in
have
for
enough
one anyway.
action to get out of the 4-foot, and they think that it's worth the risk to try to get their 2 points.
Nice
So
peel.
really
Yeah.
keep an eye on
Come up to
this
finish.
red rock when it hits the middle of those 2
Yeah,
yellows,
right.
because it's going to be spinning quite away from the point of contact.
Certainly looks like it's there. Final stone here in the first for Brittany Tran.
Oh, curl.
Okay.
Nothing doing, as it'll be a nose hit and a steal of 1 for Team Weagle Epping there in the first end. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll bring you the second end after these messages.
The Canadian curling trials. A thing we cried for, fought for, thrown 1,000 rocks for. The podium, just out of reach. But we can almost taste the gold medals in our teeth. Defiant, we take down giants with nothing but the stones in our hands. And in the stands, they wait and see who among us will earn the right to wear the maple leaf.
From cash spiels to grand slams, club competitions to world championships, there's a lot to keep up with on the pebbled ice. Stay up to date with the Hardline Curling Show, your weekly source for everything curling, with the latest event results, breaking news, interviews with players, executives, and insiders, plus behind-the-scenes access you won't get anywhere else. Follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube. Make sure you don't miss a thing.
A steal of 1 on the board for Team Weagle Epping has us underway here in the Page 1-2 qualifier match at the 2025 Canadian Mixed Doubles Curling Trials, live from Queen's Place Emirates Centre here in Liverpool, Nova Scotia. Hello, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in and spending your afternoon with us here. On behalf of Curling Canada, it's Andrew Denny in the booth, joined by my friend, your friend, Scott McDonald. Scott, what'd you think of that first end?
Any finish?
It was a really exciting start to the game. There were a lot of really precise shots made, which I think we both expected. They're two of the top teams this week, and we knew that they would come out firing. That was a wonderful draw by Lisa to put a little bit of pressure on Team Tran-Kleider, and they got a bit of a miss. So giving up 1 point for Tran-Kleider isn't the end of the world. They have Hammer here in the second end, and they'll be looking to score a couple points here.
Whoa, then. Line's good.
Looks okay.
Line's good.
Love to see the approach as we are underway here in the second end.
Line's good. Always straight. You're to the back yellow right now for line. You're over curling.
That's fine.
Plenty of finish on this stone. It'll stop mostly in the forefoot.
Do you want to go?
You go just beside.
Although it's
there.
not fully buried, that red rock's in a great spot. So no matter where John puts this rock right now, that red's going to be accessible for Ryland on his first shot to either promote to tap to the button or to promote to remove one of the yellows from play. So that's a really good spot.
Over here, I think you're looking for a 30 or a 40.
Okay.
Oh, I think you're looking for a 4 or 395.
Oh, okay.
John Epping now. He's taking care of the middle stones here for Team Weagle Epping.
Not just a hair hard.
Okay, I think it looks close to me, John. Looks really close. Do you want to go to the back? What are you thinking?
I think we're coming down, partner.
Okay, okay,
No, I think we're going to the back.
okay. Yep, get it there.
Yellow offering is going to slip to the back of the button. Leave up a little bit of space here for Team Tran-Kleider.
So Ryland's looking to freeze this right on top of the yellow, and if he's being as precise as possible, he'd love to get this just to the inside of the yellow so that it's really difficult to remove. And even if John freezes one on top of it, Ryland can then promote that red rock that they threw on their first.
Curl, curl if you're bumping. You gotta curl. Curl, curl, curl. Hard, hard. Hard to not.
Kleider looking for some late finish on this stone. Maybe a couple extra pounds of weight as it'll unlock the yellow in the back and stay shot stone in the button.
Just freeze it.
Same weight's not horrible if we bump it and.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just a couple feet heavier than they were looking there, and because it was heavier, the rock ran a little bit straighter. Gives John an opportunity now to get to the inside of the red and really lock down the button.
Like just a hair low. You're looking for an 05 here now.
You heard John say it. If we can get a hair low on this, it'll be pretty darn good. Epping second stone here in the second end.
Should be really good.
It's really close. Running right now. I think you want to curl this, John.
Okay.
Curl for low. Line's close. Yep, 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 yep. Curl.
There comes that late finish.
Nice, John.
Just barely crossed the nose.
Maybe that rock's just a hair faster, straighter.
You're always throwing it when it's like third or fourth down the path, but if I think so.
No.
I think that's
What's
like,
your gut saying? Yeah, that's my thought. Just because it leaves us sitting better at the end, right?
Yeah.
So Lisa was talking about the number of rocks down a path, and because they're throwing the same path so many times, that path is going to be what they call warmed up. So it's going to get a little bit quicker with each rock that's thrown. So the teams have to make those little micro adjustments to take off just a little bit less or a little bit of the weight each time that they throw it, so that the rock ends up in the same spot as the previous stone.
Yeah, those arena conditions really highlight the sensitivity of that path management as well. You know better than anybody, when there's only two mines out there, it's double the workload.
Yeah, the communication between the two players is so important because there's so much information that you're gathering on every shot, and the conditions don't stay the same throughout the game. So the path might be one speed in the first end, and by the time you go to throw that same path again in maybe the third or the fourth end, it might be completely different. So taking that knowledge that you've gained from your previous games, previous ends, even watching other games is so important.
26.
Shot stone does belong to Team Weagle Epping, as John throws his third stone here in the second.
We're out there right now. I think we want this to curl a little.
Just bite center.
Okay.
Looks like it's in the house almost.
Okay. That's good.
Oh, wow.
Guard attempt slips a little deep, and it'll rest fully 12 foot.
What if we just play it with like a little less weight and just
Yeah.
try to...
This isn't worth it, right? I don't think. I'm just throwing it
No.
out there, no.
I don't like that.
Okay. Now you really want to stuff this, though, because any spin is tough.
Like I was just thinking of playing it with like softer weight.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then if you do that, that's okay.
Okay,
And
like
leaving your
just kind of
shooter
like a
there.
tap?
Huh?
Like a tap, almost?
Yeah, I was thinking just like anywhere between
Okay, we won't
back line to...
I don't think we're shot if we tap it. Unless you
I
roll
think
the
that's
shooter to
okay.
here. That's okay?
With like hack and then just doing this.
Hack, you can. Your shooter will
Just
be
like a hair. I just
or you
think
want
a
to keep
hair
the
off
shooter
nose.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, and just
I don't
spin
think
our
we
red.
have. I'm not playing it thin.
Yeah,
I'm just.
you're calling to play the red to spin to the back.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing easy hack.
Okay.
This is a really well thought out shot. So if they wanted to get shot right now, they'd have to hit the red really skinny and stick it on the
Can I see
button.
a shade
But by
more?
playing a quiet weight and
Yeah.
changing the angles and hopefully leaving their shooter out around the side 4 or side 8, they have two ways to get shot on Brittany's last. They can either directly hit the red onto the yellow, or they can use this shooter rock and play an in off to
room
get
right
into the
now.
button that way.
Weight's good. Easy hack.
Clean. Close. Yep. Whoa. 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 Curl. 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 Whoa. 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 Straight.
Sit.
Easy hack weight from Kleider. Bumps the red stone
now
and
you'll
it
see-
remains third shot.
This is all they have here.
Yeah, and that red rock is now in a great spot to promote into the pocket of the red-yellow, and it'll stick on the button easily for 1, maybe 2 points. So now John and Lisa have to guard against leaving them that opportunity. There may be a risk-free run back on whatever they guard, so they're going to want to put this guard in a really precise spot to
Outside
make
middle? Yeah.
Brittany's
Okay.
last shot as difficult as possible.
And guards are no picnic on arena conditions. You really have to be locked in this situation.
Believe that it's fast.
We want to be dead in front of it.
Dead in front of it, you want to make sure you guard the right side of the rock.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
That's what
This should curl
I think so. I think this is your line.
halfway.
Yeah, like nice throw, but I think you want like the 60 split,
Okay.
65 split.
Lisa Weagle. She's taking care of the bookend stones here for Team Weagle Epping.
That wasn't much.
Their
of a
final
visit.
stone in second.
There's a lot of rotation, John.
How we doing?
You can make it curl. We just half. Yep, keep going. Line's getting close. Keep going, keep going. Keep going. You're
Epping
there.
working that stone, getting plenty of curl.
It's perfect.
There's a hole.
You'll block the right-hand side, so mission critical success.
I don't think the hole's there. I think if you hit that right
John
on the
spoke to
nose,
the
should be
importance
pretty
of
close.
guarding the outside half of the red rock. So as we're looking at it, you can see that they can see half of the red rock in the rings and the top 8 foot, but
I think middle should be close.
it's not possible
Right
for
on the beak.
Brittany to directly hit that red. So now they're, I think, looking at potentially running back the yellow onto the red. They talked about a port there, but I think it might just not be there. I don't think there's enough room between the yellow and the red to get directly to the yellow shot rock, so we'll see if Brittany can make this run back. I think right on the nose of
bit
the yellow
tougher.
is pretty close.
Should be. A bit of a tougher shot compared to the first end here for Brittany Tran. Final stone in second.
Good weight.
Pull, close. Yep. Hard!
Contact on the yellow, touch the red. Very nicely
great
done.
shot.
The run back. Put 3 on the board for Team Tran Kleider. They'll take a 3-1 lead. We'll take a break and bring you the third end after these messages. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Don't forget your brooms.
You got it.
Come on up. Okay, what else? What do you got? You got 1, you got 2, you got...
Just one little, please.
You make moments like these possible.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You can throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
I think you should be. It's gonna get
An
close,
absolute
I think.
firecracker of a run back makes the score 3-1 in favor of Team Tran Kleider in this, our feature match at the 2025 Canadian Mixed Doubles Curling Trials, live from Queen's Place Emera Center, Liverpool, Nova Scotia. Welcome back, folks. 3-1's our score. Team Tran Kleider over Team Weagle Epping. In the interim, this third end action is underway. It's Andrew Denny in the booth for Curling Canada alongside Scott McDonald.
40, yeah, 40.
What a great shot Brittany made on her last one to score 3 points there. Now, that shot itself was outstanding, but what made that shot possible was the really good choice that Ryland and Brittany made on the weight call on Ryland's last shot to change the angles, keep some reds in play on the left side of the sheet, and give Brittany that opportunity, and she capitalized on it. Great shot.
Top 4, John.
That planning phase, so important in mixed doubles. And so easy to get behind the 8 ball and give up a large score quickly. Now, 3 is not insurmountable, but it certainly does look nice on the scoreboard after that first end steal.
Yeah, there are so many momentum changes in a mixed doubles game. For having every end start exactly the same, it's amazing that every end gives you so many different angles and so many different situations, and there's always going to be opportunities to score. So scoring 3 points there was great, but now they have to keep making shots because John and Lisa are going to be coming at them hard.
Hard.
T at least. Okay.
Red offering, perhaps a little heavy, will chap off the yellow. The shooter spills.
Top 4.
Top 4 again?
Yeah.
Same turn?
Same turn, top 4. Looks like it's fast.
Yeah, it's nice and quick. Feels quick to me.
Throwing yellow stones, it's John Epping
16.
for Team Weagle Epping here in the third.
Be there then?
Yeah, I think so. I think you're there, but just stay close. It's heavy to me.
The Rock now starting to find some late finish. It's looking to grind. It'll stop
I kinda like
right on top of the button.
now. Because
Breathe.
yeah. Ideally, we bump it to back button.
What weight are you throwing? Top 4 or you're throwing tap weight?
I think top 4 to T-line is nice. Yeah. Maybe just a shade.
John would have loved to have that rock stop just about half a rock higher so that Ryland's tap would be just that much further away from the button. But it is really important that that rock's ahead of the tee line. But if Ryland successfully makes this shot, there's going to be a big wall of rocks behind the button, and that's going to really help, well, both teams, but particularly Ryland and Brittany try to really force the issue and hopefully force John and Lisa to 1 point.
Straight! Hard! Keep going! Hard!
Crossing low, they'll tap the yellow stone back. Remain shot stone, but the shooter stays full 4 foot.
Try to get around ours with the out. Okay.
Like trying to draw T-line?
Trying to get to ours with the out. If it's short, let me know the line. I can go to the top of theirs.
Okay.
Okay.
So John and Lisa are sitting 2 points right now, but I'd say it's almost advantage red. That rock's in such a good spot that John and Lisa have to be really careful about where they put this rock. If they're a little bit deep here, it's going to be really difficult for that red to go away, and you can only make it better by tapping it up half a rock.
Where are you, John?
So really big shot for John here.
Really curling now. Hard line.
Top one or around?
No, around. Go.
Around?
You're by.
Just barely grazing by that red stone on the top of the 4 foot. It'll stop straddling the tee line.
Just like back 4, back 8. No, if we hit nose, looks really close. Obviously a shade this side though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there's an opportunity for Ryland here to tap that red back onto the yellow and put all 3 yellows behind the tee line. He's going to be really careful with where he puts his shooter here, because if his shooter happens to roll off about a rock or 2, it may leave John the in-off to sit 4, and it'll make Brittany's last shot really tricky.
Kleider now, his third here in the third end.
It's good, back 8.
Bit of room right now.
Back 8.
Room, curl. Easy, straight. Clean. Whoa, curl.
Ends up bumping the yellow stone quite hard, and the shooter will stay on the right-hand side.
Just draw in there. Yep.
Would be the best, wouldn't it?
I think so.
What do you like hack?
I think so. You like a
board?
low speed?
Yeah.
What are you seeing?
Hack?
Okay.
Solid hack.
Okay, you got it.
So John's looking to play a little hit and roll off of the side red. Roll right into the button and hopefully not disturb anything in there. That'll leave Brittany with a little tricky tap to sit second or third, but certainly John's looking for a really nice roll to the button here.
Hard! Whoa!
Some strong hack. They cross lows. The shooter spills onto the button. Very nice.
If you tap it right to this one even, it'll be a tough score of 2 for them, so.
I think
Never spins, just ever so slightly.
Weeklepping do have hammer in this end, so they aren't out of the woods quite yet. Tran and Kleider are very close to making this a tough 2 score.
Yeah, if Brittany can get right to the nose with this red with the right weight, she may be able to get shot or second shot. So it's really important to have the weight right here, because if it's a little bit heavy, it's going to run straight and not get to where it needs to get. John and Lisa, if they make this really good, they might be looking at those 2 reds on the left side of the sheet to maybe play a bit of a spin shot. They might be able to kick the red out. So we'll see where this red gets to.
Clean. Whoa.
Just back 4.
Brittany Tran, final stone for team Tran Kleider here in the 3rd.
Clean. Curl. Hard.
Really got to walk this stone over. Just glances off the red stone. Shooter will spill all the way to the back of the 12-foot.
Too much ice still. Coming up.
Looks like Weagle and Epping are sitting 3 in the interim. See if they can stuff a 4th one in
We're
there.
here to score points.
Okay.
We're here to score points.
Yeah, I can't touch those though.
No, you can't.
This is really a bonus point for John and Lisa, and they have to be really careful about how they throw this. So the miss here, if you're talking about tolerance, would be a little bit wide. So if the rock over curls and ever happens to tap that red rock a couple inches, they would take one of their yellow points off the board. So I think they're going to take extra ice here and make sure that they always get around that red rock. And if they happen to bite the button and get their 4th point, that is an absolute bonus. They're happy with 3, but they really want to get 4 here as well.
Final stone in the 3rd. It's Lisa Weagle looking to stack another point on the board.
Where's the speed? Line's good. Curl if you can. Line's close. Curl, John.
I can't, partner.
Okay.
Gonna have some late finish on there, but no, it'll track a little bit wide. Looks like the consensus is 3 yellow on the board for Team Weagle Epping. They'll jump out to a 4-3 lead, and we'll take a break, bring you the 4th end after these messages. Don't go anywhere.
The Canadian curling trials. A thing we cried for, fought for, thrown 1,000 rocks for. The podium, just out of reach. But we can almost taste the gold medals in our teeth. Defiant, we take down giants with nothing but the stones in our hands. And in the stands, they wait and see who among us will earn the right to wear the maple leaf.
Every venue strives to create the ultimate fan experience, one that leaves audiences cheering for more. DDG and LG Display are here to help you make that vision a reality. LG delivers unsurpassed imaging with its world-class technology and exceptional support. With versatile multi-sport display systems and proven revenue-generating opportunities, DDG ensures to deliver the best seat in the house. Contact DDG today, always delivering the best fan experience.
Marie is certainly not a crowd here in our feature sheet at the 2025 Canadian Mixed Doubles Curling Trials, live from Queen's Place Emera Centre in Liverpool, Nova Scotia, tucked in on the south shores of Nova Scotia.
Where is it?
Hello everybody, welcome back to our broadcast here as Team Weagle Epping follow up with a 3 of their own after surrendering a 3 to Team Tran Kleider in the 2nd end. They lead by a single point here as we resume action in the 4th end. It's Andrew Denny in the booth for you on behalf of Curling Canada, joined by my friend, your friend, Scott McDonald.
Okay, with the out then.
Be really good.
Another exciting end there in the 3rd. John and Lisa got a couple misses from Ryland and Brittany early in the end. A couple of rocks that were a little heavier than they wanted, and it gave them an opportunity to really control the 4-foot in the second half of that end. They had a really tough shot for 4. They're happy with 3 and have the lead coming into the 4th end now.
T-line.
Clean. Clean.
Brittany Tran's offering now, making its way down the sheet as Tran Kleider will have a hammer here in the 4th and even ends.
Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard.
Nice shot.
Cross low and bump that yellow just a bit, and the shooter stays right on the pin.
Out turn, John.
I'm gonna play the intern.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick with. I played that a bunch, right?
Yeah, sure.
I played this a bunch in the.
Okay.
Right to the nose.
Right to nose.
Should slide pretty good here.
Okay.
Here's John Epping. He's taking care of the middle stones here for Team Weagle Epping.
Should be close.
Line's good. Line's good. Take a look. Yep. Yep, for line 2. Yep, for line. Yep, for everything.
Line's perfect. Or weight's perfect.
Okay, line's okay.
Maybe a little bit of skip coming out in John there. Normally a skipper, and Colin Wade. And
Top 4.
oh, there's Evan Van Amsterdam, Paige Papley,
I don't think
Nancy
so.
Martin,
Okay.
Steve Laycock all enjoying the action. Good to see them in the stands.
It was
Ryan
such a
Clyde.
talented field this week. I was so impressed by the
line's
play
good.
from all the teams that are here.
You're holding it
all
out there.
16 teams. Like,
Weight's top.
their
Line's
skill
good,
is so
line's good.
impressive. I know how much work they put in to get here, and
Hey, bit of
they should all be
Top
commended
four.
for
Room can't bounce on this
how well
line.
they did
Sliding,
and
actually, it's
what
deep.
great representatives they were.
Steep still.
Certainly, every team here can be proud of themselves, but I'm sure one team will be especially elated when we crown
Center
a
line.
Center line.
an Olympic qualifier here for Team Canada on Saturday. A little bit of a mess developing here in the fourth end. Shotstone does belong to Tran Kleider in the interim. I guess every end's a mess in mixed doubles.
Some of them are just messier than others.
Well, you'd certainly know. You have a very strong resume in mixed doubles as well, Scott. So
Be good with this rock.
really happy to
I've
have you in the
also
booth
got
today.
myself into some messes out there, so
Line's
it's
good.
easy to happen. I know, you know what? It's an interesting game because you have one player who's throwing rocks 1 and 5, and one who's throwing rocks 2, 3, and 4. And I typically will throw the middle rocks, and you can really get into a rhythm because you've thrown 3 rocks in a row. But being the first and last rock thrower, I'm always so impressed because you're basically out there on an island. You throw one rock, and then you have to wait around and
Push
brush
this
a bit,
out.
and then you have to throw a
And try to
second
push
rock
that tree over
after
an inch and just
your
keep it
other
nice and
player
level.
may have
see
got
what
you
I'm
into
saying?
trouble.
Nose it,
So
like just hair high.
I don't know.
Yeah, keep the
I think
6 there,
throwing the
but push
first
the
and
5
fifth
past.
rock is
Okay.
the
I think there's a lonely yellow in there.
in
after
my
that.
mind, the
You
tougher
like
position. It
more
takes
weight
a
than your
lot
last
of
one, or same?
mental
I think I need at
toughness,
least back
and
8.
you really have
Okay.
to rely on your
I'm
teammate
seeing a
to
little- yeah,
hopefully
back
leave
8.
you something when
Back
you go
8
to
to
throw your
back
last
12.
one.
Certainly have
I
to
see a
trust your
little-
mixed
does a
doubles
little
partner.
less sound crazy? I think a little less, yeah.
Don't worry, Rylan. Nothing sounds crazy out here. Kleider kicks and deals here in the fourth end.
Line's good.
Weight should be good.
Clean.
Back 8, back 12.
Clean. Low, close. Low. Yep. Yep.
Weight's good. Back
Yep. Yep. Hard.
By the
Hard.
guard.
Perfect.
Tap the yellow up. Shooter stays. Rattling the
Is your last
4-foot.
year,
Nice
John?
result.
What's that?
This is your last one?
Yeah, so the 16 teams qualified for this championship in one of 3 methods. So
sit right
there were
on.
3 direct qualifiers in the fall where teams could earn their spot. There were, I think, 4 spots available for the top 4 teams at the Nationals last year, and then the remainder of the spots were filled out by the Canadian mixed doubles ranking system. And I think Rylan was
Seats
probably
nice
the
over
only
here.
person who
Read it lots.
technically qualified twice. So he actually finished top 4 at the mixed doubles nationals last year with his sister Maddie, but she just got into optometry school in Arizona, so he had to vacate his qualification spot and go into a direct
16.
qualifier this fall with Brittany, and then they won their spot out west, and that's how he got back into the trials.
good.
So really impressive that he was able
Line's
to
good. Yep, line. Yep,
find a way into
yep,
this
line.
event.
Hard.
It just shows how
Hard
good of a
line.
mixed doubles player he is.
Hard, John.
Yeah, it's a great story. That Clyder family has a very strong history of good curling out of Saskatchewan. So great to see Ryland finding success here.
Good spot. Good.
I don't see, or it's this, but I don't think that does us any good.
I think then ours is going.
Let's just try to get a good angle for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we mostly just want to block this, right?
Yeah, that's tough. Well, it's not tough, I guess. Yeah, you're right. Just chip it just underneath.
Yeah. What weight? Like back 8 or like
I think,
same?
Let's go same weight.
Okay.
So that yellow rock on the top button is at least 2 shots from being removed from play. So Ryland and Brittany are trying to figure out how they can manipulate the angles to give themselves an opportunity to get rid of it on Brittany's last, while at the same time not change the angles so much in John and Lisa's favor that John and Lisa can put a lot of pressure on them. So really important shot here for rock placement.
Line's good. Where?
Clyder's third now, here in the fourth.
A little bit more room.
Okay.
Curl, curl, curl.
Maybe even a little less weight.
Curl to touch it. Hard. 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 Hard, roll it off. Roll it off. Roll it
Needing
off.
to get some curl out of that stone. They'll chap it thin and jam it into the pile.
That just goes into that. That just goes there. I think you're good.
So it looks like red might be sitting 1 right now.
I don't know what,
It's probably an impossible 2. So John and
Let's
Lisa
just
are
go
looking
into
to see
that.
if there's a
That
way that
side's
they
going
can
into
get
that.
shot. But they might look at it and say, you know what, it's not worth changing the angles. If we happen to make things worse or release some of the backing, it may give Brittany an opportunity to remove that yellow from play for a multiple end. So I think John and Lisa are happy with giving up 1 here. And if they don't move anything in the rings, you'll probably see Brittany and Ryland play a shot to learn a path for later in the game.
Where's ideal?
Just guard that. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Certainly looks wired for a single score right now, but
Nice and quick over here.
I'm not seeing anything obvious that Tran Clyder could throw in
So take it,
for multiple points at this
way
point.
wide over this.
Way wide?
Sorry, yeah, way wide.
What am I guarding? The yellow?
Yeah.
Or yellow?
Yeah. Way wide.
That's Lisa Weagle taking care of the bookend stones here for Team Weagle Epping. Their final stone in the fourth.
Yep, for line. Hold it out there. It's really moving.
I know. Trying to get the stop.
Everybody watching this stone, hoping it grinds to a halt. It'll stay staggered on that pre-placed centerline guard.
I don't think it really mattered where that rock ended up at the end of the day, as long as it didn't disturb anything in the house. I think Ryland and Brittany were going to throw this rock away, or at least not throw it to change anything in the middle. I think anything that they play in the middle will more than likely move John and Lisa in for shot rock, so they don't want to disturb that and take a point off the board.
Final stone in 4. It's Brittany Tran.
1-5, back 8. Gonna need a thin piece.
Clean. Yep, yep.
Need it really thin.
Yep. Hard. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard.
Okay, I'll try.
Gonna slice that in to no avail. A single on the board for Team Tran Clyder will have us tied up at 4 as we'll go to the fourth end break. Go refresh your beverage, grab a snack. We'll be back after this fourth end break. Don't go any pros.
This is it. It all comes down to this rock. The hours in the gym, the weeks away from my family. This is what I've been training for. And all those voices trying to tear me down, I'm here to silence them. We've given everything we have for a chance to get everything we want.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
The Canadian curling trials. A thing we cried for, fought for, thrown 1,000 rocks for. The podium, just out of reach. But we can almost taste the gold medals in our teeth. Defiant, we take down giants with nothing but the stones in our hands. And in the stands, they wait and see who among us will earn the right to wear the maple leaf.
From cash spiels to Grand Slams, club competitions to world championships, there's a lot to keep up with on the pebbled ice. Stay up to date with the Hardline Curling Show, your weekly source for everything curling, with the latest event results, breaking news, interviews with players, executives, and insiders, plus behind-the-scenes access you won't get anywhere else. Follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube. Make sure you don't miss a thing.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Every venue strives to create the ultimate fan experience, one that leaves audiences cheering for more. DDG and LG Display are here to help you make that vision a reality. LG delivers unsurpassed imaging with its world-class technology and exceptional support. With versatile multi-sport display systems and proven revenue-generating opportunities, DDG ensures to deliver the best seat in the house. Contact DDG today, always delivering the best fan experience.
Top 8.
Thought it was close. Line's good. You can go if you have to. Line's good.
Top 8.
Back here now live at the 2025 Canadian Mixed Doubles Curling Championships.
You're gonna over curl.
I guess it's a trial. It's not a championship anymore. I was thrown off. I was muted before I started this particular end. Welcome back, folks. Still warming up here in our New Year's broadcast, and hope you're having a prosperous 2025 thus far. Tied up yet 4 here in our featured match between Team Trankleider and Team Weagle Epping. It's Andrew Denny in the booth, stumbling through my notes alongside Scott McDonald, who has been perfect thus far, and thank goodness you're here, Scott.
I don't know about perfect, Denny, but wow, what a great, exciting first 4 ends of this game. I know both of us expected nothing less. Saw a lot of great shots, some really good angles set up, and both teams are in a great position in the second half of this game. Through 4 ends, Lisa and John have wrestled the rock advantage or the hammer away from Ryland and Brittany, so they are looking to score at least a point here, hopefully 2 points for them, and take control of this game in the second half.
Big stakes on the line here, as this is the Page 1-2 qualifier match. If you win, you're straight to the Page 1-2 game. If you lose, you have to face Jennifer Jones and Brent Lang in a 3-4 qualifier, and that is an elimination game. So you certainly want to get out of Dodge in this game without any issues and take home a victory. Still plenty of time left in this match, as we're only in the 5th end, and both these teams shooting extremely well.
We don't want to bump off.
Fighter's offering does bump off, but stays in a good spot.
Tap ours.
Yep. Trying to tap it right on the nose or hair high.
Okay. Is T-line weight?
Yeah. This is the fast stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, both teams have a rock in a really good position in the top of the house right now that they can use to promote later in this end. So John's looking to tap this yellow rock right back onto the button, hopefully locked on to the red so it's not easily removable, and establish control of the button here.
Line's close. Yep. Keep going.
Epping's offering, fighting to keep it on the nose. They'll tap it straight back, and it'll stay right on top of the T-line.
Back 4, back 8.
Yeah. I think I like back 4, looks nice, but back 4,
nice shot by John there. And in addition to getting shot rock, he also left his yellow in a great position that he can use later in the end. This forces Rylan and Brittany to tap the red rock on an angle, and what that'll do is open up that left side of the sheet for John and Lisa. So really important that Rylan rolls this rock as little as possible so that he can hopefully use that rock later in the end as well.
Glider now, his second.
Line's
Here in the
good.
5th.
Felt a little tight.
Little tight. Where?
Back 4.
Clean, yep. Whoa. Close, yep. Hard!
Fighting to be by that guard, they'll just barely rub off. Shooter still spinning, could curl in and actually touch the button.
Okay.
Oh, nice little late finish there to sit third shot.
Touching that guard was probably the best thing that could have happened for that shot. If it didn't get by, he was probably going to go and touch the yellow rock first and then spin off
Slice that sideways.
to the right again.
Yeah,
so
or I tap it again.
Really fortunate with where it spun, and with the handle, you can tell at the end it just curled back into the
Nose
button
or hair
there.
high again?
Yeah.
So now this puts the pressure back on John and Lisa, because that red rock
looks like
that's in the top 8 foot,
Oh, yeah. So
it's not easy to remove it. So John has to probably tap his yellow up here to not leave Rylan an easier shot on his next one.
90.
Epping now. Here in the 5th.
You got room. Not on it yet. Keep going.
Stayed high side, it'll jam up and the shooter will spill away. Maybe a pound heavy on that one.
Or the hit and roll on top there is really good too. You know, it's pretty close to being able to get it to go off the back. If you go on the top and if you just hit and roll, you're fine.
Yeah.
Right? This is so thin, you're just always gonna spin to a pocket.
We could.
I think, right? You could play it off of this though. Then you're still probably leave a double.
Roll. Or do you like going for the double?
What about this?
Well, that was my other thought. It's just really tight. I think you're always clipping that. I like this, I think.
I like that too, Brett.
Just tee?
I really like their thought process here. So they talked about playing the hit and roll off of the yellow side rock for a bit, but I don't think that call really helps him in the long term. The most dangerous rock on the sheet right now, in my mind, for Ryland and Brittany is that yellow rock in the top 8 foot, because it's easily tappable and you can get, move it to the button to sit 2 or 3. So by playing this draw between the red and the yellow, it kind of chokes off that yellow, lets them use the side red on their necks,
good.
and gives them another rock ahead of the T line.
Where?
T.
Well.
T
Player's third now underway.
Room. Curl, you gotta curl.
Back 4.
Curl. Curl. Hard.
Get through the port. They catch that red maybe a little bit thicker than they wanted, but it looks like it accomplished what they were looking for.
That's a pretty good shot. Like I said, it takes away that yellow tap at the top 8 foot. John now has to deal with those reds at the top, and it may. I wonder if he's going to see that there might be a triple here to hit the one on the left pretty thick and maybe poke that red on the top 4 foot just out to the right as we're looking at it. If he can ever make that shot and miss the yellow, that shot rock, it might leave Lisa an opportunity for a big score here. That being said, if he plays the end off the side yellow, he could move his yellow rock into an even better position. Just has to be really careful about where he gets that yellow to, so he doesn't give Brittany an opportunity to tap it out of the button on her last.
Epping now with a heater. Catch it pretty thick, and the shooter will not make contact.
Yeah, what weight do we like?
Either that or you play this. Slash it into there.
I think that's harder. I think it's really thin to actually get it across.
Even if you got to the button though too. I'm good with this still, but I'm just throwing it out there.
What do you like? My first thought's this.
Your first thought's that one? Yep. Your angles are a little trickier, but I think you can push it just enough to get to there. You have to get as much as you can of this one. With like back 8.
Yeah.
Does this go through the hole ever? The 7 into 4?
No, I don't think so. I think it's
close to going through. It's really close to going through, Brett.
Yeah.
Do you want to give it a go?
I don't mind it.
It's still going to be a tough.
Looks better than those, and then we'll be sitting.
I think you're never touching this one, so it's always going to, might jam there. That's about it. Let's give it a go.
Yeah, and then even if I miss it, she doesn't have a whole lot for a second point.
No.
So hitting it here.
Yeah, thin. It's like a thin half. Thin half.
I think it'll just stay right there. That's where I threw the last one in the first end.
Thin half with peel.
Really so they think that by hitting the outside of the side yellow really skinny, they might be able to get the yellow through the hole. It'll probably touch a red on the way by. This is a bit of a risk reward shot though. If this yellow ever happens to just touch one of those 2 reds and stay on the button, it will give Lisa a little bit more space to score her second point. And right now, as the rocks stand, there really isn't a shot for John and Lisa to score 2. So Ryland and Brittany are really hoping this yellow gets out of the 4 foot.
Brittany Tran throwing the bookend stones here for Team Tran Kleider. Their final stone of the 5th.
Curl. Hard.
Trying to get it to move and jam it up.
Okay. We've seen this before.
Yep. Right here.
Yeah, so like I said, because they remove the rocks from that side of the sheet and
the handle just
now there's no protection, it does leave Lisa, albeit a very difficult shot. There is a shot for 2 where there wasn't one before. So unfortunate for Ryland and Brittany that rock didn't get out of the 4 foot, but again, Lisa has a tricky shot here. But this is exactly the path that she threw earlier in the game for her 4th point that she just missed. So John and Lisa have a really good idea what the weight and the line are for this shot.
Familiarity is a very comfortable thing on a curling sheet. It's Lisa Weigel. Final stone here in the 5th.
Less rotation. Play the speed. Line should be close. Super speed. Yep, line. Yep, line.
Hard line. Straight. You're back, you're back.
Can they get enough of the button for that second point? Absolutely.
Wonderful shot by Lisa.
Nails
Great rushing by
draw.
John.
Absolutely, a full team effort there. It'll be 2 on the board for Team Weagle-Epping. They'll jump out to a 2-point lead. We'll take a break, bring you the 6th end after these messages.
The Canadian curling trials. A thing we cried for, fought for, thrown 1,000 rocks for. The podium, just out of reach. But we can almost taste the gold medals in our teeth. Defiant, we take down giants with nothing but the stones in our hands. And in the stands, they wait and see who among us will earn the right to wear the maple leaf.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
Team Weagle-Epping lead by a pair in this, our feature broadcast of the 2025 Canadian Mixed Doubles Curling Trials, live from Queen's Place Emera Centre in Liverpool, Nova Scotia. Hello everyone, thank you so much for tuning in and spending your afternoon or evening with us here on youtube.com/curlingcanada.
Don't know yet.
Hope you're all well and enjoying a excellent start to your 2025. It's Andrew Denny in the booth alongside Scott McDonald, and we have the pleasure of calling this Page 1-2 playoff match here. And it looks like the power play has been implemented here, and
44.
opening salvo our end is a draw that chaps off the pre-placed
Normal
stone.
speed here. Just lock it on the yellow / a quarter of our red is good. You got it, Britt. Good speed.
What a great draw by Lisa for her second point last end. I think if Ryland and Brittany took a little bit more time on their last shot to really look at the angles and decide if it was worth the risk to play the shot that they did, maybe they make a different decision, because there was not a shot for John and Lisa unless they were absolutely certain that that yellow stone left the foot. I don't know if that shot was worth it and taking on that additional risk, but now they've implemented their power play. They're looking to score a multiple point here.
Trans offering does cross the nose of the red stone, but very nicely done. That's John Epping in the hack as he kicks and deals his first here in the 6th end.
08.
Should be a little heavy.
A little extra line right now too. Like to see this curl a bit. There it goes.
It's good.
Finish if you can.
Great angle of that draw all the way down the sheet as it crosses the nose and stays frozen.
What?
I think we want to move the one yellow all the way through, right?
Yeah, that
John
was my
would have
thought.
loved for that rock to be
Like back
maybe 6
line?
inches higher than it is. By going just a little bit deep, it's left Ryland the opportunity to get to the inside of the yellow and potentially remove that back yellow from play and sit 3 rocks on the side 8-foot with one of them directly in front of the yellow. So that'll put a lot of pressure on John to make his next one if Ryland makes this one good.
Line's good.
Glider now, his first.
Clean.
Easy
Clean.
half.
Yep.
Easy half.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Close. Yep. Yep. Whoa. 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 Yep.
By the guard.
Good.
Pop the pile as the Yellowstone squirts to the back of the 8-foot.
What are we thinking?
I was thinking we just guard it.
Yep.
Is that crazy?
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Is that crazy to guard it?
I don't think it's crazy. If we go in, where would we go?
No, we're good.
I know. Where's ideal guard? What are we guarding? Ours?
Guarding ours, I think. Aren't we?
Or shot rock?
Yeah.
Back there? Okay. Tight?
Yeah. Doesn't need to be tight.
Okay.
Yeah.
So John and Lisa have recognized that their 2 Yellowstones are in a pretty good position right now, and
22.
if they change the angles, it's more than likely going to benefit Ryland and Brittany. So they're looking to put a guard up, and then making Ryland and Brittany have to make a decision about how aggressive they want to go to deal with the situation on the side, and maybe lock up a force and move on to the next end.
Anytime you can force your opposition after they've used the power play is pretty productive stuff.
So Ryland's now looking to run back the corner guard directly onto the red that's frozen in the pocket, and he's hoping in a perfect world to keep all of his reds in play and remove that yellow that's ahead of the tee line. It might just touch the yellow on the back 8-foot as well too, and then it really forces John into a tough position. But if he can sit 3 reds in the ring after this, that's a really good position for them.
Straight back. Oh boy, look at that. Doubles off the yellows.
Shot.
Does not get much better than that. Yeah, run that back. Trying on the sweep, holding it straight. Right to the nose, and no doubt about it. Sticks around 3.
Beauty.
Draw in there?
Yeah.
Certainly changes the complexity of this end, or the complexion of this end, rather.
We're trying to get past theirs.
Yeah, even on the corner, it's not awful.
It's amazing how quickly the momentum in an end can change. So John and Lisa were thrilled with the situation in the rings and threw up the guard, which was honestly a good call. And Ryland just made an outstanding shot. And now they are in full control of this end, and it forces John into a pressure-packed draw.
Stay with it.
The ebbs and flows of curling, eh, Scott? It's a beautiful thing.
Your line's okay.
That's what's so exciting about the game, is it's the big shots and
Line's good.
the opportunities that teams have, and all these teams are so good at making that big
Line's
shot.
really close, John.
It's just so exciting to watch.
And right back, John Epping makes a very nice corner freeze to be shot stone.
Little softer weight.
Okay, do you want me to hold?
You don't have to hold still. No.
So Ryland's now looking at running that red rock back directly onto the yellow.
Like normal
And
or
they mentioned throwing a little bit softer weight. That'll allow them to control the line a little bit better as it's going down the ice and use Brittany on the brush. And because they don't need to move as many rocks, having the quieter weight will remove that Yellowstone from play and allow them to control the rock that they run in just a little bit better.
normal.
Leiter's 3rd stone now, here in the 6th.
Whoa! Close, yeah! Whoa! No.
Stayed on the high side, and he'll open up the pile, but nothing doing in the house.
We just know it the most.
Yeah, I just threw this weight.
I think right into here.
Yep.
That's your line.
It seemed like a pretty good throw, and it just reacted a little bit differently than they expected out there. I know Ryland was, it seemed like he was close to the line the entire way, and at the last little bit, I think he just didn't get that little bit of curl that he was expecting. So now, this is a really important draw for Lisa to sit second shot somewhere in the rings, and if she does that, they will more than likely get the force. So what seems like a pretty routine, pretty simple shot under normal circumstances is really, really important for John and Lisa to look to get the force here.
Lisa Weagle throwing the bookend stones here for Team Weagle Epping.
Line's okay.
Their final stone in the
speed.
6th end.
Or is it?
I think we're a little heavy.
Okay, whoa then. You can make it curl. No, straight, 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 straight.
It's okay. It's perfect.
That is money.
Just a little heavier than you wanted, sorry.
Here's this, Britt.
Ryland's looking at a shot for 3 right now, so if they can
think it
just
gets
hit
it?
a quarter of that
Is it
yellow
worth
rock,
it?
the red rock will spin directly back onto that yellow. So they're looking to see, is it worth
I
being
don't have
down
much
1
of that
point
yellow.
Okay,
against the
let's draw
power play? And is the shot even there? So Brittany just said that she can't see enough of the yellow to make it, so
I don't like that.
they're looking at playing the draw to the 8 foot for 1 point.
4-8 is going to be close here. You're going back to regular path like edge 8, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, 4-8 will be nice here, Brett. You got it.
Tempting though it may be, this is the safer move. Final stone in 6. It's Brittany Tran looking to score a single.
Close.
Line's good. Take a look.
T-line.
Take a look. Curling now.
Should be good. Just got to sit. Sit down, sit down, sit down. It's still gliding.
Looks like plenty. It has to be in the better part of the 8 foot to stick around for a single point.
One red, just barely.
Ooh, yeah, sure looks like it. Good enough by a whisker. 1 red on the board. We'll take a break. 6-5, Team Weagle Epping lead. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll bring the 7th after this.
From cash spiels to Grand Slams, club competitions to world championships, there's a lot to keep up with on the pebbled ice. Stay up to date with the Hardline Curling Show, your weekly source for everything curling, with the latest event results, breaking news, interviews with players, executives, and insiders, plus behind-the-scenes access you won't get anywhere else. Follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube. Make sure you don't miss a thing.
Every venue strives to create the ultimate fan experience, one that leaves audiences cheering for more. DDG and LG Display are here to help you make that vision a reality. LG delivers unsurpassed imaging with its world-class technology and exceptional support. With versatile multi-sport display systems and proven revenue-generating opportunities, DDG ensures to deliver the best seat in the house. Contact DDG today, always delivering the best fan experience.
Team Weagle Epping lead by a single here in our feature match. This, the 2025 Canadian Mixed Doubles Curling Trials. Live from Queen's Place Emera Center at Liverpool, Nova Scotia. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for tuning in here on youtube.com/curlingcanada. I really appreciate your audience here and your time and your attention. You know, I know you could be anywhere else in the world right now and you're choosing to spend it with us, and we greatly appreciate it. 6-5, Team Weagle Epping leads Team Trankleider here. And it's Andrew Denny in the booth alongside Scott McDonald. Scott, thank you so much for being here as well.
Thanks, Denny. It's been a great game so far. That was a really important draw by Brittany in the last end to score a single point. I could make a joke about Skips brushing behind the tee line, but it looked like John worked that pretty hard and just couldn't quite get it out. So Brittany and Ryland are really happy that they put their point on the board there. We have a close game, and John and Lisa are now using their power play in the 7th.
I figure as someone with your skipping resume, you're allowed to make fun of Skips as much as you'd like.
There's a double.
You know what?
There.
Mixed doubles is really
Freeze it,
made me brush more than I ever have before, and it is really tiring, especially when you're getting up to brush your own rocks. So certainly I can appreciate the work that my brushers have done for me over the years, and yeah, it makes quite a difference being a good brusher. And I wouldn't say I am one, but I'm learning.
Okay, T back, full, back 8, back 8.
Always room to learn in our game, you know, it's a lifetime game.
Try to
So.
touch it, curl. Yeah, you're really
Ryland Kleider's offering now. He's trying to knife this thing over. And to no avail. That one's going to cruise right through the house.
Okay, half rock double here.
He's going to try and play that double, which is fine. Do you want me to draw to the center? Like, do you want me to draw here?
So on their first one, Ryland and Brittany decided to play the corner tick to open up that shot rock at the side and not give John and Lisa the opportunity to put 2 rocks around a corner guard. It is one of the tactics that teams use to defend against the power play. Ryland and Brittany are just going to try to find a way this end to only give up a single point. So if they can give up a single point on John and Lisa's power play, they're going to be down 2 points with hammer in the 8th end, and then they'd have an opportunity to win if they can score 3. So they are really trying to keep the multiple point score off the board.
Speed's close, John.
Epping's offering now here in the 7th.
Back 4.
See Lisa jumping in to help out there. The rare double sweeper in mixed doubles. Lands back at the 8-foot.
So Ryland will love to make a double here, but the most important thing that they can do is control their shooters. So if they don't make a double, he wants to keep it in a spot where they can use it on the next, or that it'll group stones that have a better opportunity on the one after that. Another call that they could play is a freeze to one of the yellows, but then you're really playing with fire and you're putting a big score in play as well.
Kleider second here in the 7th. Gonna be close.
Nice
10
shot.
for 1, stuffed. Perfect double.
Split the rings?
Yeah.
Fans like it.
Yeah, to the side one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now John and Lisa are going to try to put this rock as far away from that other yellow as they can while not leaving a double. So if they spread their rocks, it's going to be really difficult for Ryland and Brittany to get rid of both of them, and it'll help secure that 2-point score for them this end.
Certainly want to make good on your opportunities when you do use your power play, and Team Weagle Epping have done so here in the 7th. Epping now his second.
I'd like to see some curl.
Yeah, really would.
Gonna go high.
With your T.
Hoping it's higher.
Okay.
Look at how that rock stopped just barely before the tee line. I'll take a bite out of the tee line.
Guess I put him up really hard.
So the reason that he wanted that to come down and stop is because it'll make the double a little bit less natural. So if, let's say, that rock were to slide another foot or so, it would have been a lot easier for Ryland to come down and make that double. Now, in order to make contact with both yellows, he's going to have to hit a quarter to a third, which is a little bit tougher to look at, and it does take the miss into play, because you have to play it so skinny to make the double. So rather than looking to hit about a quarter rock here.
Kleider's third stone here in the 7th.
Okay.
He'll catch it thick, and the shooter will spill out of play.
And the tendency with that type of shot is to hit a little bit thick, because you want to make sure you hit at least a piece of the rock to make sure one of the yellows goes away. So in this case, as soon as he knew he had a piece of the rock, he got Brittany on it, and unfortunately for them, it just curled a little bit too much. So John's going to now look to replace that rock They noticed on their last one that it didn't curl as much as they wanted it to, so they might take a little bit less ice so that they can move it more towards the right side of the sheet as we're looking at it.
Epic's third here in 7.
401, here more.
Which is good, right?
Still like to see some curl.
That should be good.
This rock a little bit deeper than his previous offering. Stops back the 8 foot.
I think right.
It doesn't really matter.
I mean, it is pretty close if you want to whip it. Actually, it's like a thick half, 3/4.
Yeah, I think it might be.
Let's give it a go. Yep.
At the end.
They're talking about throwing this rock really hard. Initially, the thought was if they nose it and sit shot, then Lisa will have to come back and nose it again for their 2 points. But they recognize that that's probably a shot that Lisa's going to make the large majority of the time. Yeah. And because the double is there, if they throw a lot of weight, they might be able to kick that yellow in the bottom left-hand quadrant of the rings out of the 8 foot and maybe sit 2 or 3 points and still get the force they're looking for.
Brittany Tran taking care of the bookend stones here for Team Tran Kleider. Their final stone in the 7.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Roll it! Hard!
Catch it thick. And it'll stop at the back of the 4 foot.
What are you seeing? What do you know?
We know both.
I'm thinking the out.
Control.
Okay.
So this is just a nose hit for Lisa, but it's never just a nose hit. Like as routine as this shot is, it's a really important one to put this extra point on the board for John and Lisa. So they would love to be up 3 points playing the 8th end. So they're going to talk a lot about the path and the weight to make sure that they hit this rock right on the nose.
Yeah, just a nice release. Yep. I'll be able to hold it down.
That's Lisa Weigel. Final stone here in 7, looking for 2.
Easy then. Easy. Can't see. Can't see. Yep. Whoa, whoa. Clean. 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 Yep. Yep. Yep.
That rock coming down, and absolutely no mistake from Lisa Weigel. Nuts it for 2, just oozing composure. Weigel Epping will take a 3-point lead. We'll take a break, bring the 8th end after this.
The Canadian curling trials. A thing we cried for, fought for, thrown 1,000 rocks for. The podium, just out of reach. But we can almost taste the gold medals in our teeth. Defiant, we take down giants with nothing but the stones in our hands. And in the stands, they wait and see who among us will earn the right to wear the maple leaf.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You can throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
A 2 on the board makes the score 8-5 in favor of Team Weigel Epping over Team Tran Kleider in this, our feature match at the 2025 Canadian Mixed Doubles Curling Trials, live from Queen's Place Emirates Center at Liverpool, Nova Scotia. This is our page 1-2 qualifier match, and we thank you so much for tuning in. And this, the 8th and final end of action here. Andrew Denny in the booth alongside Scott McDonald. Scott, Team Tran Clyde are going to need a 3-ball to keep this game alive, but they do have a hammer here in the 8th.
Yeah, John and Lisa effectively used their power play to get 2 points in the 7th end, but this game is far from over. So in mixed doubles, with the way the rules are set up, Rylan and Brittany are actually going to be able to get 3 red rocks in the rings before John and Lisa are actually allowed to hit them. So there is going to be an opportunity to score 3 points. They need to make some precise shots. John and Lisa have to be careful and really make some good angles in the forefoot to make sure that doesn't happen. It'll be an exciting finish.
To your intern, John.
Down to business right away is Brittany Tran as she makes that little bump draw. Sits flush on the button. Worth noting as well, this is not an elimination match despite being a playoff match. So the winner will get a berth into the page 1-2 game, and the vanquished foe will get a date against Team Lang Jones in the 3-4 page qualifier.
410. Line's good. Little room right now. Still a bit of room. It's coming in now. Easy line, easy line.
Epping's offering is making its way downtown, walking fast, bumps against the red.
Just back 4.
Okay.
So 3 perfect shots to start this end, and the angles are set up perfectly for both teams. Rylan and Brittany talked about playing back 4 to try to change things, but they need to be really careful that they don't overthrow this rock. If you're going to err, it would be okay to err on the side of light and just keep that angle set up in your favor so that this is a usable rock that John and Lisa can't remove easily. So a little bit light here is probably the way to miss this shot, if any.
Back 8.
Whoa! Curl, 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 curl. Curl, 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 curl.
Clyder looking to knife his own stone, chips the yellow off the top for Rosen.
Yeah, I could eliminate 2.
So unfortunately, by being a little bit heavy there, like I said, Rylan rolled off a little bit, and he leaves John the opportunity to nose that red rock and remove 2 rocks from play. And John talked about that possibility. I like it, because if they're not rocks in the rings, they're not rocks that can score. The other option would be to draw into the pocket and really put the pressure on. 2 very different ways to look at it, and John looks like he's playing the draw now.
07.
His second stone here in the 8th.
What do you think?
A little wider.
Okay, well then, this rock runs a little straighter. Might need to curl this, John. Just a little bit wider.
Yeah.
Nice result there for Epping.
Battered.
Yeah, John recognized it, that even if he played the double, he would have left a red around the center guard, and Rylan would have then had the opportunity to draw down to sit 2 buried. So John and Lisa figured, let's beat them to the spot, we'll get our rock in a really good position, and even if Rylan makes a draw around the center on his next one, John could still play that double, and the yellow that he just threw is now at least 2 shots away from being removed, which gives him a little bit of control of the center, and makes Rylan and Brittany work that much harder to score their 3 points.
I'll just try to, because this one's not helping us either right now.
Can I make this with the out and stay right here?
We can try. It's tight. Same weight that you just threw?
Yeah, same weight. Time's getting close.
A little bit of work for Team Tran Clyder here to do here in the 8th end to get those angles back in their favor. Clyder second here in the 8th.
Weight, same weight.
Okay,
Maybe a
curl.
little more.
Curl, curl, curl,
Just a
curl,
touch
curl,
more.
curl, 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 hard. Hard, all the way. Hard, 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 hard roll.
Really need to work this one over. Strike the red pretty hard. Shooter will roll over.
Do you want to use it now? Okay.
Yeah, so Ryland just missed that the wrong way. So it was really important for them to keep both of their reds in the forefoot and change the angles, and not a whole lot changed in their favor. And that yellow rock that's on the top of the button right now is pretty locked in there, and it's really difficult to get rid of it in 2 shots without removing a bunch of your redstone. So I think John and Lisa are recognizing this and figuring out if they want to guard the situation and make Ryland and Brittany play run back.
I'm just wondering if we come in and tap.
Tap which? Just talk us through.
Yeah. Do we just tap the yellow on the nose and move stuff so that...
Which one?
Like, do I tap this?
Okay.
To try and get that back there.
Okay.
And so that that gets into the way of that stuff.
Okay.
And then we're here. It's that our guard. It's just not an easy guard.
No, I know.
That's the... I like it, but it's just not easy.
You've just played this shot twice. You want to play it again and tap?
I think we try to tap it on the nose.
How hard are you tapping it?
I'm thinking back 8.
I'll sweep this.
Yeah. You know what I mean? That just looks...
I'm not sure if John needs to play the tap here. I think the angles are set up pretty good for them right now. And by throwing back 8, you bring the possibility that the angles change in Ryland's and Brittany's favor into the equation.
Back 4, back 8.
A little bit of risk here.
Back 8.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Curl. 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 Curl.
They do tap the pile. Didn't quite unlock the red as much as they may have anticipated.
You need to unlock the 4. Got a couple seconds.
Do we want to call us time on this?
No, I don't. I think you might be able to get all 3 like that.
Well, that was my first thought.
Yeah, let's do it. You got to get it pretty thin on the inside.
Well, you have to hit this. Like,
Yeah, I'm not sure about that call from John and Lisa. I'm not sure if this triple is there, but it certainly wasn't there before John threw his last one, and now at the very least it's given Ryland and Brittany a little bit of hope here to maybe open up the forefoot and keep all their reds around. So we'll see if Ryland can hit this in the right spot and spread the yellows.
Lighter's third here in the 8th.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Hit it fairly flush.
Nothing over there. That.
He would have loved to hit that on the inside of the yellow rock instead of the outside to maybe clip that yellow at the back instead. Because he missed wide and rolled his shooter out, I think they're going to be really hard pressed now to score the 3 points that they need.
Okay.
Middle. You got a minute 19.
I don't think I see a shot right now.
Where am I taking?
I'm inclined to agree with you there,
Where am I
Scott.
taking?
I think you're taking just outside middle.
And I'm trying to guard their red
Yeah,
there?
just guard the red. Yep.
Okay. Halfway?
Yep. Speed will be good. You got a minute left.
Thanks. Okay, nice extension.
Ample time here for Lisa Weigel. She kicks and deals her final stone here in the 8th end.
Okay.
Yep.
Line's good. Always straight. It's curling pretty hard now.
Teeny tiny rub off that center line guard.
The reason why if you run this one in, our red will actually have a chance to stay. As you're coming at this angle. That actually is a better angle. I don't think this was even there for multiple. This is there for
Right
3.
here?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're talking about hitting
Like
this
7/8 to 3/4, right?
Need quite a bit
yellow
of weight on her.
onto the red on the top forefoot and hopefully trying to get all 3 yellows out of the rings. So they're going to need to get a ton of action on all 3 yellow rocks in order to do this. Really, really tricky shot. It'll be interesting to see if all yellows can outcount that red biting the back 12-foot, because they need that 3rd point to score as well too.
Got it.
Certainly a tough shot, but nothing's impossible. Final stone here in 8. Brittany Tran looking to make some granite fly.
Close. Yeah.
Okay, good try.
Backed it up just a smidge. Looks like it'll be 1 on the board for Team Weagle Epping, and that'll be a wrap. They go through to the page 1-2 game, and Team Tran-Kleider will face Team Jones-Lang in the page 3-4 qualifier match. That's tomorrow, Friday at 2 p.m. Atlantic. So you can tune in. It'll be live here on youtube.com/curling Canada. On behalf of Curling Canada, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And Scott, thank you for lending your voice and your experience to us this afternoon.
Thanks very much. It was a great game, and good luck to all the remaining teams.
We're out of here. See y'all tomorrow. Take care.